Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Life Full of Zest. I hope you're ready for a total body workout. Today, we're going to have a full body Pilates session. We're going to run you from a warm up right through to the end to make sure that you get a full body activation. I'm feeling very motivated today because Wafti is going to join me for the first time in a very long time. I hope you're ready at home on your mat. All you need is some comfortable exercise clothes, no equipment for this session. I want you to start in the center of your mat in a seated position. And we are going to extend our legs shoulder width apart. From here, you're going to lengthen that spine, and stacking it, you're going to open those shoulders, draw those shoulders down the back, and you're going to place your hands in front of you, palms facing each other. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're slowly going to roll chin, then chest, all the way down, extending and reaching your hands towards your toes. Make sure your feet are in a flexed position, toes facing the ceiling, and you're going to inhale, and on the exhale you're going to push a little bit further, and inhale and exhale, slowly rolling back up. We're going to do 2 more of these, and inhale and exhale, rolling that chest and then that neck all the way towards your toes and reaching as far as you can go. Allow that spine to stretch. Inhale, exhale, slowly rolling back up, stacking that vertebra, drawing the shoulders down the back, and inhale, exhale, rolling down and reaching forward. We're going to stay in this position. I want you to inhale. On the exhale, push yourself just a little bit. Allow that spine to stretch and reach. Pushing those knees into the ground. Push them a little bit harder. Get that stretch. Pointing those toes up towards the ceiling. And inhale, exhale, reach. And inhale, exhale, slowly rolling back up, stacking that vertebra. We're going to bring our arms into a T position. From here, we're going to inhale. On the exhale, rotate your trunk towards your right hand side. And inhale, extend and reaching towards the outside part of your right foot. You're going to reach and slowly lift back up to center, rotating and doing the same thing towards the other side, and reach and extend towards your left foot, keeping those toes pointing this towards the ceiling, and reach and lifting back up, rotating, and we're going to do 1 more on each side, and slowly down and extend, and try to challenge yourself here. It's not comfortable feeling, but push those knees into the ground and reach, allowing that spine to stretch. And slowly back up, rotating back to center, and inhale, and rotate on the exhale, and extending and reaching, and slowly lifting, and back to center. From here, we're going to bring our arms back to center. We're going to bend our knees. You're going to stack that spine, making sure you're activating. Remember to suck in that pelvic floor. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're just going to tilt that pelvis, allowing that natural curve of the back, allowing you to fall. And you're just going to hold here for a little bit for 3, 2, 1, and slowly lifting back up, stacking that vertebra, using that core, and extending, opening that chest, and inhale and exhale, slowly rolling all the way down onto the mat and extending arms overhead and reaching, and inhale, extending those legs, and on the exhale, you're slowly going to lift arms towards ceiling, then raising head, neck, and chest back up all the way towards your feet, and reaching, allowing yourself to go into that rounded C curve. extending. You can point your toes towards the wall in front of you, allowing a stretch in front of your shins. And inhale. Exhale slowly, stacking, then rolling yourself back down. Controlling that core activation and that pelvis. We're going to do one more. Inhale. Exhale, arms to ceiling, lifting head, neck and chest up, reaching and controlling and stretching forward. From here, you're going to bend those knees and turn over onto an all fours position. Remember to make sure that your knees are comfortably under your hips and your wrists are comfortably under your shoulders. You're going to get that neutral spine, make sure that it's in that happy medium, sucking in that pelvic floor and belly to spine. We're just going to do a few spine stretches. So we're going to rotate that pelvis in and push that spine up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to bring that pelvis back to neutral and open that chest. And we're just going to do 3 of these. And back, bringing that neck back to neutral, tucking in that pelvis and pushing up that spine, allowing that stretch. And getting that pelvis back to neutral and opening that chest. And last one, bringing that neck back to neutral, tucking in that pelvis and pushing up that spine. And slowly opening that chest while that pelvis goes back to neutral. From here, we're going to tuck our toes in and our feet. And we're just going to extend our knees, pushing the back of our knees into the wall behind us and rotating that pelvis out. And we're going to push and hold. And inhale and exhale. We're going to bend our right knee, pushing that heel of that left foot in. And we're going to hold. 3, 2, and rotating, bending that left knee, pushing the heel of that right knee in, and hold. And pushing both feet into the ground, rotating that pelvis up towards the ceiling, and just holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bending both knees back into that tabletop position, activating that core. We're going to extend right arm and left leg, and we're going to hold. Please make sure in this position that you are tucking in that pelvis, but lifting that left glute as much as you can, and you're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and elbow to knee. We're going to do 5 of these, and 1, and extend, and 2, and extend, and 3, and extend, and last 2, 4, and extend, and 5, and extend, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping right arm and left leg to lift. Left arm and right leg. Remember, keeping that core tight. I want you to also imagine that there's someone's hand pushing you on your neck here, and you're almost pushing it away. So you're keeping that neutral position, but you have that crisp posture, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and elbow to knee. And extend, and exhale, elbow to knee, and extend, using your core to control, making sure you're doing this slow and controlled to make sure that everything is keeping a good activation while you're moving. And we've got one more before we have another 10-second hold, and in, and up and hold, sucking in that pelvic floor, tucking in that pubic bone for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing knees and hands on the floor and just going into that rest position. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting back up into that all fours position. We're going to extend right leg out, knee off the ground, then left knee off the ground, and we're going to hold. In this position, making sure that those scaps are going down the back, you're activating those glutes, and you are sucking that belly to spine. You're going to inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and slowly inhale on the exhale, lifting right leg up towards the ceiling, and inhale, exhale, toe tap. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. We're doing 8, 6 and 7 and 8. Dropping that leg down, lifting the other leg, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and dropping that leg down, bringing those knees to the floor, and going back into that rest position for 5, 4, 3, 2, lifting back onto all fours. We're going to hover those knees off the ground for 10 seconds, activating that core, and lifting and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dropping down, extending right knee off the ground, then left knee off the ground, and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right leg up, and 8 toe taps, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and dropping that right leg, lifting that left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, dropping down, dropping those knees in, and leaning into that rest position. We got one more set of a 10-second hold with those knees up, and then we're going to turn over onto our backs. Well done, everybody. Keep it up. I hope you're managing. Just push through that burn. As long as you're keeping a good posture, I'm happy that you push through. Let's lift those knees off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping those knees down and slowly turning over onto your backs. Well done, everyone. Hope you're feeling good. Let's lean ourselves into a comfortable position on the floor. You're making sure that that pelvis is in that neutral. Remember, that triangle between our hip bones and pubic bone is in a comfortable horizontal plane, sucking in that pelvic floor and drawing that belly to spine. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, slowly tilting that pelvis, then lifting those hips, articulating through that vertebra one at a time, leading from the bottom of your pelvis up to your back, pushing those shoulders into the ground. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, slowly roll back down. One vertebra at a time. I want you to control and feel the movement of that pelvis, lifting through the activation of your core, sucking in that pelvic floor, digging those heels into the ground, making sure that you're feeling that hamstring activation, squeezing those glutes, tucking that pubic bone towards your chin. Keeping there, you're going to extend arms to ceiling, palms facing each other, and you're slowly going to inhale And on the exhale, extend arms towards the floor. And inhale back, keeping that activation. We're going to do 8 of these. And that's 2, making sure you're digging those heels into the ground. I want you to feel that burn. If you're not feeling the burn, it means you're not activating properly. So just dig a little bit deeper, squeeze those glutes, keep that hip height, making sure those hips are aligned. And slowly back up. And let's do 3 more. And 1, keeping that tightness. And 2, and last one, 3, arms up towards the ceiling, lifting those hips to slowly roll back down, bringing arms to your sides. You're going to lift legs up into tabletop position. Remember, you have a slight flat back in this position. If you are feeling like you're struggling with that activation or back pain, knees together, and you are going to lift arms overhead again. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, lifting arms up towards the ceiling, lifting that head, neck, and chest, and bringing your arms towards your side. And exhale down. We're going to do 8 of these. Exhale up. And inhale down. That's 2. And 3. Keep going. And 4. We're halfway. Exhale up, squeezing. I want you to challenge yourself when you're going up. I want you to really focus on using that core to lift head, neck, and chest off the ground. And let's do 1 more. On that last one, we're going to keep those hands there. We're going to extend our knees, drawing that belly to spine, and we're going to push the air into the ground for 10, 9, sucking in that belly to spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly leaning your arms back to the floor and bringing those legs back onto the floor, bringing arms back down towards your sides. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, slowly roll those hips up towards the ceiling, 1 vertebra at a time. Remember, even though we know the point that we're going to, I want you to do it slowly so you can get a good quality activation. From this position, we're going to lift right leg into that tabletop position. Keeping that glute tight, we're going to extend it, pointing toes towards the ceiling. We're going to lower that leg down and back up into a hip drop. That's 1, and lower, and lift back up, and hip drop, and 2, and back up, and hip drop. We're just doing 6 of these. That's 3, controlling, using the glutes of your left leg to work and control with stability and strength. We've got 2 more. And 1. Last one. And 2. And we're going to hold with our knees aligned for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that leg down, transferring that weight, lifting that other leg into tabletop, extending it up, and lowering that leg down. Remember to point those toes when you're going down, and hip drop and up. That's 1. Core tight, and back up, and hip drop. That's 2. Keep going, and hip drop. That's 3. Lifting all the way up. 4. Keep going, push through. You want to feel a good deep stabilizing burn, so keep pushing through. And last one, Making sure those hips are aligned and aligning those knees and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that leg down, lifting those hips to slowly roll back down. From here, inhale. On the exhale, lifting both legs into tabletop position. We're then going to extend them up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, exhale, roll head, neck, and chest off the ground, placing both hands behind the back of your right knee, keeping those toes pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to do 2 pulses while the left leg drops, and rotate, and rotate, and rotate. Keeping that straight leg, you're activating that core while you're getting a stretch in that hamstring. And 1 more on each side. 1 and 2, and slowly bringing those legs back to tabletop position and rolling back down, hugging those knees to the chest. And you're going to hold, allowing a little bit of a stretch and a rest before we continue. Well done. We're going to bring arms to sides, lifting legs back into tabletop position, lengthening that spine. We're going to lift head, neck, and chest off the ground, and you're going to place both hands on your right knee, making sure that the core is activating to lift that head, neck, and chest off the ground, but you're not straining your neck. Just make sure, pointing both toes towards the wall in front of you, and you are going to extend your left leg. Inhale, rotate, and exhale, rotate. And we're going to do 10 of these. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. From here, keeping in that position, we're just going to do 4 of these for now. We're going to round our arms in a circular motion while we extend both knees. And we're going to do 4 of these. And 1. Keeping, don't brace that tummy. I don't want it bulging out. I want you sucking it towards your belly. Let's do 2 more. And 1. And 2. And slowly rolling head, neck, and chest back down. Right leg down, left leg down. Arms in a T position. You're going to rock from side to side. Just 2 on each side before we get back into that movement. Well done, everybody. Last push on your backs before we move into our glute work and back extensions. Back to center, lifting legs back into that tabletop position. I hope you're ready for this one. Push through. If you are burning, you want that burn, we like that burn. That burn is our friend. But if you're feeling like you're losing activation, stop and rest and join us when you feel strong and comfortable. We're going to lift head, neck, and chest back off the ground, arms in that, on our knees. We're going to do 6 of these. Exhale, extend, and 2. Keeping core tight. 3. And 4. And 5, core tight. And we're going to go straight from here into those hundreds and extending those legs and bringing arms up and over towards your sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and bending those knees, dropping that head, neck, and chest onto the floor. Right leg down, left leg down. You're going to inhale, and on that exhale, slowly tilting that pelvis up towards the ceiling, lifting into that reverse bridge. We're going to activate those glutes, squeezing that glute max muscle of that left leg. We're lifting that right leg into tabletop, and we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, toe tap. Inhale up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5. Core tight, making sure that when that leg is dropping, that you're still maintaining a pelvic tilt. And last one, and dropping that leg down, lifting that other leg. Inhale, exhale, toe tap, and 1 and 2. Core tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7 and 8. Dropping that leg down, lifting those hips to slowly articulate that spine back to neutral. From here, we're going to turn over onto our sides. I want you to all turn over onto your left-hand sides, and you are going to sit in a comfortable position, just making sure that your ankles and hips are in line and your knees are comfortably bent in front of you. And you're going to place your left hand comfortably in line with your glutes. From here, you're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift and extend your hips up towards the ceiling to reach over and inhale back. And we're going to do 3 of those. And inhale, exhale, extend, allowing a deep stretch down the side of your back and an activation down the other part of your core. Inhale and exhale, extend. And we're going to hold in this position, reaching as much as you can towards the wall behind you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming back down. From here, keeping those ankles in line with your hips, you're going to comfortably place your elbow under your shoulder, making sure that you are lifting those ribs in a comfortable, crisp posture. You're going to bend that bottom leg, and you're going to point your toes towards the wall in front of you this time. And you're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift that leg up towards the ceiling and back down. We're going to do 6 of these up and down before we do 6 circles forward and 6 circles back. That's 4. I want you to place your other hand on your glute to see that you're activating 5 and 6, and nice big circles forward. Just make sure that you're activating that core and you're not allowing that pelvis to go out of control. Let's do 3 more. And 1 and 2, keep going, and 3 and back, and 1 and 2 and 3. And from here, we're going to lift into a side plank and extending that arm up towards the ceiling and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bending and just hugging that knee to chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bringing that knee back to the other knee. Now what I want you to do, keeping that toe pointing towards that wall in front of you, you're going to lift that leg up towards the ceiling. You're going to bend and then knee tuck back to center and extend. Okay, this other hand you can either place in front of you for support, or you can put it here to increase that range of motion. And back up, making sure that when you're bending to 90 degrees, and then knee tucking. While you're knee tucking, keeping that angle and that position of that pelvis, and extend. And let's do 4 more. Bend, knee tuck, back to center, extend, bend, knee tuck, back to center, extend. And let's do 2 more. Back to center and extend. And last one, and extend. And from here, We're just going to do little pulsations up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. Keep that burn. 4, 3, 2, 1. And dropping that leg down. You should be getting a nice little burn into that glute. If you are, well done. We like that. That's our friend. Lifting up into that side plank and lifting and holding core tight for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly lowering back down. Just bringing that glute towards your chest to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're slowly going to turn over onto our tummies. Even though we're in another position, I still want that pelvis in neutral. I still want that core nice and activated. And I still want that pelvic floor being sucked up. So please just make sure that you are activating. You're going to allow your neck into a neutral position. And you're going to interlace your hands comfortably on your back like this, resting your elbows on the floor. And you're going to rotate your head onto the floor and rest it comfortably. You're then going to lift and bend those knees, pointing those toes. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, lifting head, neck, and chest off the ground, looking to center while extending and lifting your knees up towards the wall behind you and knees up to ceiling. And then you're going to bend and rotate that head. And inhale, extending arms and legs and holding, and then rotating towards the other side to look in the other direction. Inhale and extend, keeping that core tight. And rotate. And let's do 2 more on each side. Inhale, exhale, extend. Then we're going to hold in this position for 10, 9. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rotate. And last one. And inhale, exhale, extend, pointing those toes, lifting those knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bending and rotating. From here, placing your head comfortably in a neutral position, feet on the floor. You're going to place your hands on your side, drawing those scaps down the back, activating that core. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift your head, then your neck, and then your chest up off the floor, activating and sucking in that belly. And inhale down. We're going to do 5 of these. And exhale up and squeeze. Inhale down. That's 2. Exhale up and squeeze. Inhale down. That's 3. And up and squeeze. 4. And we're going to hold for 10 seconds on the last one. Up, and now in this 10 seconds, I want you to push your hands into your side, squeezing those elbows towards each other for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rolling back down. We're going to extend our arms overhead in front of us. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, lifting both arms and legs up off the ground. And inhale, exhale, lifting into that Superman hold, squeezing those glutes, activating that core for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and inhale, exhale down. From here, we're going to bring our arms into a W position. We're going to lift those legs off the ground and those arms. Inhale, exhale, lifting arms and legs off the ground. You're squeezing those gaps towards each other as well as those elbows. And then you're going to extend your arms into a T position. And you're going to do 8 of these. 1. And extend. And 2. and extend, making sure you're not straining that neck, and extend. We're halfway, squeezing, 2 and 3, and last 1 and 4, and we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dropping those knees towards the floor, lowering yourself, extending those arms, and lifting yourself up into that rest position. And we're going to lengthen and pushing those shoulders into the ground, and we're just going to inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, slowly turning over onto our other side to finish off that glute activation. Well done, everyone. You should be getting a nice burn down that back. It's a good feeling. I hope you're experiencing it. We are going to lift our arms into that seated position. Remember, you have your ankles in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders. Lengthening that spine, sucking in that belly. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift your hips off the ground and extending out towards that arm, towards the wall, and inhale back. And we're going to inhale, exhale, extend, squeezing those glutes, and inhale back. And the last one, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Inhale and exhale, extending and reaching for 10, 9, core tight, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lowering yourself back down. Well done. Placing that elbow comfortably under that shoulder. You are going to put the other hand on that glute to make sure you're activating, placing that both knees in line with your shoulders and core nice and tight, tucking in. Remember, activating and holding. You're going to point that toe towards the wall in front of you, and inhale and exhale down. That's 1. We're going to do 6, making sure that you are stabilizing that pelvis. 3, 4, and also just make sure that you're not slumping into your shoulder, that stabilizing shoulder, and circles forward. And 1. Imagine like you're drawing, like there's a pen on the bottom of your foot, and you're drawing nice big circles on that wall. And let's do 2 more. And backwards. 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to lift that hip off the ground and into that side plank position, arm to ceiling, and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly dropping back down. From here, remember making sure that you're in a good posture, extending that leg, and you are slowly going to bend to 90 and then into knee tuck, back to center and extend. Bending that leg to 90, knee tuck, back to center and extend. And just make sure while you're doing this that you, when you knee tuck, that pelvis stays where it is. And 90, making sure you're keeping that knee height as high as you possibly can while maintaining a good posture and a good activation. Let's do 2 more. And knee tuck and extend. And knee tuck and extend. And from here, keeping a position, hip forward, knee in line with the other one. We're just going to do little pulsations up and down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bending that knee towards your chest to rest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting that knee back and lifting your hips off the ground, extending that leg, placing your hand behind your head or up towards the ceiling, and you're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lowering to lie on your back. From here, you're going to place your right ankle onto that left knee, and you're going to hug that knee towards your chest, and you're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extending that right leg onto the floor, keeping your hand interlaced behind the back of your knee. You're just going to extend that hamstring, that knee to stretch out of the hamstring, bringing it towards your chest if you can, pointing those toes towards the ceiling. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, then pointing those toes towards your nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing both hands on the outside of your knee and allowing your body to fall over, that knee to fall across midline, and placing the other hand, your left hand, onto the floor, bringing that shoulder towards the ground and just leaning into that stretch. Allow that knee to come towards the floor while that shoulder also comes towards the floor. Placing that other hand on the side of your knee to allow a stretch. You can just pull down towards the floor, getting a stretch down the side of that back. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lifting that knee to come across midline. And you're now going to place your left knee onto your left ankle onto your right knee, hugging that knee towards your chest, and you're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extending that left leg down onto the floor and extending that right leg up towards the ceiling and hugging that knee towards the chest and holding. And if you can, walking your hands up towards your calf, pointing that toes towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pointing toes towards your nose and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing both hands on the side of your right knee, allowing that knee to bend and fall towards the floor across midline, extending your right hand over onto the floor, placing pressure of your left hand onto that knee, looking into the opposite direction and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lifting yourself back over to midline, back to center. You're going to lift both legs into tabletop position. You're going to wrap right knee over left knee. And then you're going to grab your ankles and hug them towards your sides. If you can't grab both ankles, just grab the one that you can and just hug it in. The aim and the objective of this stretch is to get a little bit of a deeper glute stretch. So just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly rotating legs and holding those ankles and bringing them towards your sides and holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done for completing that total body Pilates session with me. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you enjoyed one of the longer sessions like that one, let us know in the comment section below. Looking forward to helping you in the next video.